Welcome to the Petoskey Plot. My name is Anthony, and today we are taking over this show. I've been here a few times, and I've come to the realization that Michael and Jessica are just too fuddy-duddy in their restrictions on the reviews I give of the pilgrimage sites that they ask me to find for them. So therefore, we have kicked them off the show. I have brought on today to be here with me my friends
Rufus T. Herring, he, him.
And
you didn't say I'd have to speak. I don't think I'm allowed to speak in this situation.
this is Mary Therese Marie.
Don't let him oppress you, sister. Your voice should be heard.
But I thought this was like a teaching show.
It is a teaching show, but it's okay if you have thoughts in this. I think it's fine if you have thoughts most times, but I understand you are not comfortable with having thoughts, so it's okay. You can have thoughts here.
Okay, I suppose they needed me to be on this show because look what I had to do. They had super slutty Mary statues. You could see her collarbone.
Can you just hear the poor things that have been done to this girl? She's got a complex.
That's not at all how Mary dressed. She dressed very modestly and only in blue and white at all times.
Let's not slut shame the Blessed Mother, shall we?
Well, of course not. She is perfection, which is why she never showed her collarbone.
And why more women need to preach.
Anyways, we've come to... What were we even going to talk about today? I think we were going to talk about some more pilgrimages.
Remember, you found that fantastic place where they make the really sketchy Bibles.
Yes, these Bibles are fantastic. So, anyways, our first pilgrimage site is the chapel of the relic of the Sister of St. Monica.
Where is it? And have they posted any land acknowledgments?
It is a land acknowledgement. I don't know what that is. I don't know if they have them, but I'm sure if they need to have them, there's a 50% chance that there's a 25% chance that they do.
Yeah, those odds aren't good.
It is located in one of the most fantastic places, North Dakota. Approximately 150 miles outside of Bismarck, North Dakota.
Named after another oppressor.
This place has everything.
I do like everything.
Yes. As was mentioned, they have a gift shop with proper Bibles. These ones have all 96 books that are supposed to be in the Bible, including the Gospel of Thomas, the proto-nativity of Saint Eustace, the sacred writings of what was his name? The nameless one. They have the writings, the sacred writings of the nameless one.
See, I think this sounds fantastic. People have way too restrictive a view of the scriptures. People think, oh, the Bible doesn't say so. We need to have a much bigger version of the Bible. I like what you're talking about. Do they have the Gospel according to Mary Magdalene?
They actually have both the first and second Gospel according to Mary Magdalene.
Amen.
But is it chained so that you can't take it with you anywhere and in a language that you can't read because you're a peasant?
Well, the display model is changed to the stand, but they do have ones that you can purchase for your own chaining up in your house.
I don't know about that. I'm going to have to write a long letter to my priest to ask on that.
Well, consider maybe like an order of monks wants to buy this Bible and then chain it up in their monastery.
I think that would be appropriate.
Because we don't want more people getting ideas.
They also have confession. They also have nuns that are taking your confession.
Ooh.
They do make a point that it is not in any way sacramental, but I don't see the problem.
Well, listen, I'm against the idea of sacramental confession anyway, so sure, ladies should hear it.
Fair enough. And this is the best part, drive-through Eucharist.
Okay, but do they have to confess on the front steps of the church? because otherwise it's just a modernism.
I don't think they have to confess on the front steps, but they do have a suggestion box. So that you maybe could suggest.
No, I don't want to go there at all. That sounds way too modern.
Do they have a limit on how many suggestions you can have? Because I have a lot.
I haven't seen one posted.
And were they doing drive-through confession before or after COVID? Because if they're doing it before, that's great. That's innovative. If they're doing it afterwards, a lot of parishes did that. Then they're just copying.
No, this was definitely before. They've been doing it for some time.
Now you're talking my language.
They were doing it back when the bishop was telling them they had to stop.
Good on you, boys. Good on you. And girls. Sorry.
So, I believe you also brought some pilgrimage sites that we could tell our friends about.
Well, the main thing that I'm interested in, as far as a pilgrimage site, is revisiting the place where it all went down.
So going back to the Holy Land.
No, not even remotely.
Okay.
I'm talking about Seneca Falls. The place where women finally codified their demands that they be given the right to vote. Now, this country is catching up. The church still way behind. What I would suggest is that we build a pilgrimage site in Seneca Falls denouncing every one of the popes and bishops who refuses to ordain women.
I believe they've said it not so much that they refuse to do so, but that they're not actually capable of doing such a thing.
Yeah,
Well,
they say so.
Of course they're not capable of. I mean, they've been on a rampage, slowly going downhill since Pius the First.
Yeah, so what we need is men who are capable. Men who are willing to stand up for our sisters. And our brothers who are sisters.
Okay.
So, the great thing about this place is, when you go there, the first thing you're going to see is a proper icon of the Virgin Mary, wearing a pantsuit that illustrates just how powerful she is in the heavenly hierarchy.
Is it blue?
Of course it is blue.
And just so she doesn't have to say it, does it show off collarbone?
Of course not. It's a pantsuit. There's a jacket. We are not into sexualizing women. For far too long, our culture has done this. Keeping them pregnant, barefoot. It's terrible.
Okay.
Women, everyone can have sex with whoever they want, but nobody should be sexualized. So, once you see the pantsuited Blessed Mother, then you see a tiny, tiny figure of St. Joseph and a tinier figure of Jesus to redress the historical power imbalance that has existed, where men are exalted and women don't have any power.
Wait, I'm sorry. Tiny, tiny Jesus, great big Mary?
If that offends you, maybe it's a baby Jesus, like the Infant of Prague or something.
Oh, okay, I suppose I could see that.
All right, so I'm glad you're on board. So you go in, and then the next thing you see is a list of all the brave theologians, men like Hans Kung, who had their licenses to teach taken away by this church and its oppressive rules, all because they dared to say that an all-male bishopric doesn't really have much authority. So, finally, you get to hear all the arguments in favor of ordaining women, with a great big display of the glorious event that happened 30 years ago, when our Anglican brothers and sisters finally took the proper step of ordaining women. And that great day in 2000, when they finally ordained more women than men.
I think I know how Mike feels now when I'm on the show. So
Educated?
weird.
Feels like he's finally learning something? Realizing what an oppressor he's been? And how he needs to expand his horizons?
Sure, let's call it that.
Excellent. Anthony, I've always thought you needed to educate yourself. I'm glad you agree.
Mary Therese Marie, do you have a pilgrimage site that perhaps people would like to go to?
Yes, I have one. It's very touching and holy. It is the site of the First Council of Bethany, which was just where Lazarus decided to go and think out loud, but someone wrote it down, so we have his great insights, important things that, when properly studied, show that women should not drive, and that we should definitely go and work as well as we can, given that we should not drive or use electronics or learn things to stop NASA, because eventually they're going to fly up and hit the dome that is separating the Earth from the sea in the sky and kill us all.
Wait, hold on.
Dome in the...
Lazarus, were you referring to raised by Jesus from the dead, Lazarus?
Yes.
He said all of that about women driving and electronics?
Well, I mean, he didn't say it in those words, of course, because it was a prophetic counsel of himself.
So we should definitely include it in our Bibles.
That's my other question. It was a counsel of just him?
Well, at least that's what we
Thinking
believe,
out loud?
because it was told to Marie of Marie, a saintly visionary in a dream.
Jeez.
And she determined that it must be right because it sounds super right and holy. And where else would he have his counsel but in his living room?
Okay. Okay. And you say that if we go too far into space, we're going to break the dome of the sky?
Yes, you know, the filament that is set above the earth.
Okay. So that's a thing. It says so in the Bible. It's a thing. So I will.
I want to stake out my position here clearly. I absolutely agree. We should not be going into space. All of that money could be better spent on the poor. I'm not so sure about this firmament in the sky thing, but I'm definitely in favor of ending the space program.
Okay. So those are our recommendations for pilgrimage sites. Or, maybe you could, write your bishop about where would be a good one, and he might give you some that might be, canonically endorsed, because I'm not sure about these ones.
He's probably a heretic that follows modernism, like the Council of Trent.
We need to fight against a church where Anthony can just assume that a bishop has to be a he.
So anyways, thank you for coming and watching today. This episode has given me a lot to think about.
I can't wait until the next one.
Yes, I can't either.
I can.
And until next time.
It's really hard to walk here. I wish Lazarus had said something about bicycles at least.
How are you going to ride a bicycle?
Well,
What are you? You going to wear pants? Outrageous.
no, you can ride it side saddle. You just have to kick extra hard each time the pedal comes up.
I like your moxie, sister.
And anyways, remember, until next time, to live your faith.
Love your faith.
I disagree with the concept of sharing love. We should share the punishment of total correctness.
So then should we just do the other part then? Of April Fools!
Da-da-da-da!
Oh, so glad I can put glasses on. Because of course you could only wear blue and white like Mary.
Only wear blue and white like Mary. Oh my goodness.
And my glasses are purple.
You guys. I don't think I ever need to meet Rufus or Mary Therese Marie again.
Well, it's important to recognize that Rufus and Mary Therese Marie represent exaggerated stereotypes. There's lots of disagreements, between Catholics and even between the three of us, but nothing as extreme as the caricature positions that we have represented.
That's fair.
I mean, for the most part.
There's always somebody who will exceed your expectations in a negative way.
There's a certain kernel of truth in every ounce of parody. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for joining us on this April Fools.
We hope that you are looking forward to a great Holy Week ahead.
Yep, it's just about to start. Tomorrow is Palm Sunday, and it's the kickoff.
Depending on when you watch this, liturgically it might already be Palm Sunday.
Yes, but all of our best viewers watch this right after. I mean, like 5 seconds after it pops on their on their devices. I mean, because that's the wonderful kind of viewers that you are.
And you do want to be one of our best viewers, don't you?
Don't you?
Don't you?
Don't you?
Don't you love me, baby?
Oh, see, my brain was going to You're So Vain.
Oh,
I bet you think the song is about you.
Don't you?
Don't you? Don't you?
Well, see, that song has
Don't
always
you?
bothered me because it
It
was
is all
about
about them.
one person. It was about. So, sure, a lot of people would have been wrong when they thought it was about him, but one of the people who might have been very vain was not vain by that one criteria.
Yes. Anyways, thank you very much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed this episode. We hope you enjoy more of our Holy Week fun to come. And until next time, remember to live your faith.
Love your faith.
Share that love.